Welcome back. Now, a new court ruling has found that tenants who list their apartments on Airbnb, it's pretty popular, and similar accommodation sites, of course, are facing eviction after illegally subletting their rental properties.
Excuse me. Joining us for more is the Sunday Jury is Shell-shocked media's Shelly Horton and WSFM's very handsome Brendan Jones with a lovely haircut.
Recently trimmed.
Yeah, that looks nice.
I went and got the Stefanovic. I said, give me the full Stefanovic.
Give me the Steph. Righto, first question now. Airbnb, it's immensely popular, not just in Australia, but right around the world. So this could have ramifications for many Australians, couldn't it?
Yeah, indeed. Like, I do this to my kids. They go away for the weekend. I say, I'm going to be renting your room out to some exchange.
Is that why they never leave?
They never leave, some exchange student. But you see that guy in Sydney, in Redfern, so he's squatting in a house, and I think, oh, that's all well and good. But then it's found out that he wants to rent it out. He wants to renovate it and rent out the squatted house. You can't do that.
Claim it as his own.
Is that double dipping?
That's hugely... When you're squatting, you're down on the very... down on your luck. You're not supposed to be renting the house out. You know, it doesn't come with like a benefit.
That's how he's going to get back up.
Well,
Make a bit of cash, get back up there.
Have you ever Airbnb'd? Have you ever stayed at a place?
Because I think Airbnb, that's just like Tinder, isn't it? Isn't Airbnb just Tinder?
Swipe left or right?
Swipe right.
I suppose it could be. But I like...
I hate this idea. So I have an investment property up in Queensland, and the whole point of it is you get your tenants vetted. So you get references, you find out about them. If I then find out that they're letting complete strangers just go in there and stay, I would not be happy at all.
And then you got people going through your things.
I know, right?
But how do you monitor that, though? I mean, obviously, if you're a landlord and you see your own property on Airbnb, there you go, you found out. I mean, it's hard to sort of... If they have it, I mean, it is effectively subletting, but you can do it, slide it in on the dodge.
That's the whole thing. I think on the dodge is how Airbnb became so popular. It's kind of, it's the Uber model of like anyone can do it. And what a successful business. So Airbnb is a rental company that doesn't own a single property.
Yeah.
Think about that. They're making cash.
It's like the squatter guy.
They're not silly.
That's
not silly.
Why don't we think of stuff like that?
We are just jealous. Exactly right.
That's great.
In other news, a former New South Wales Waratah has banned his 14-year-old son from rugby, saying it's become too dangerous. Let's go to Shelly first.
Sure.
Agreed or not?
I kind of do agree, and part of his argument is that kids are maturing at different stages, and so you might have a 14-year-old who's actually, 80 kilos
Big
or
fella.
littly. My problem with it is if the way around it would be to change it instead of age group, that it's weight or size group. But you're not going to want a 16-year-old playing against a 9-year-old. Like, it's just... I think it's fraught with danger. But I did watch that movie, what was it, Concussion or something?
Yeah, with Will Smith.
With Will Smith. And all of the science is showing that there's just too much contact
What do you reckon?
for kids.
Well, I remember when I went to school, I played rugby union, and one of my mates at school was a big Papua New Guinean guy. Cubley, and like I would have weighed about 40 kilos. He weighed about 90. He just runs straight over the top of you. So I think there has to be a weight, a weight division. Because if you're 40, if you're like a Carl,
I mean, look at the difference in these pictures.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You want him on your team, not against you.
Well, I was similar to you because I was at St Augustine's College in Cairns, and a lot of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island boys were in that team, and they have the facial hair at 14. Some big blokes. Pretty worried about playing against them,
Exactly.
I'm this runty little country kid.
Yeah, it was like would have flossed between your teeth with her. There you go.
Yeah, it's a point worth looking at, though.
Yeah, it's interesting debate, that one.
All right, up next, should people who are overweight or who smoke be charged more for their health insurance? Another prickly one that we'll debate on the Jury after this. Welcome back to the Sunday Jury with Shell-shocked media's Shelly Horton and WSFM's Jonesy.
Yeah, that's just Jonesy.
Jonesy.
Say that, it's just
I can't
Jonesy.
stumble over that. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Now, PM Malcolm Turnbull, he's about to make, he and his health minister, a major announcement today. The unlikely winners are smokers and the overweight, which is unusual. Usually
they
get pegged.
lose.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you reckon? Is it fair enough for us to be paying for people to be fagging away?
Oh, well, this pack of cigarettes is very expensive.
$80.
$80.
Something like that.
You've got to put a deposit down when you go and buy a pack of smokes. But I think the government have been so addicted to the revenue that they make from cigarette tax, and I don't think as much as the money that they take out of that tax goes back to those who are suffering from smoking.
Because that's what they always argue.
Oh, they always say, oh, you know, well, this is because all the smokers are, you know, dying because they smoke. But I don't think that's the case at all. I think they're addicted as sure as the smokers are addicted to the nicotine.
I like what you did there. That was good.
Gee, I'm good. Someone should be filming me right now. This is great.
Yeah, you're doing well.
I guess that's it's sort of an easy cash grab, isn't it, to take it off the smokers, you know, because...
Yeah, I disagree.
Only the hardcore ones, the ones who are addicted, who are going to keep paying.
I gave up 6 months ago, so I am overweight and I was a smoker, so I think I'm qualified to talk about this. I actually think I was looking at getting life insurance, and if you're a smoker and if you're overweight, you have to pay more. So I don't see why it's different for health insurance. I think that we should be charged more, and that should be part of the incentive of getting back on track.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that if you sort of take lifestyle choices that we know that smoking does damage to your health. It's not as though it's a kind of
the warnings
sudden
are
mystery.
everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I get it that it costs a lot, but if you take that on yourself, you should pay for it.
And if you do extreme sports, because Shelly is also a base jumper, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
She was just on the Channel 9 transmitter
Yeah. Just warming up.
had a Craven A and a donut and did a big base
That's
jump.
it, yeah.
Shelly, you're out of control.
Oh, wow.
That's how I got my hair
So your
straight.
hair looks great.
Speaking of good hair days today.
I'm going to try that with my hairdo next week.
Shelley and Jonesy are
Whatever it
rocking
takes.
today.
We're on fire.
Thank you very
This
much
should be
for
a
coming
show. Is
Let's
this
do
on?
it. Yeah, we're doing it. This isn't warming up. This is for real.
This is great.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
All right.
Bye.
You out in Bronte now, Bronte?
Yeah, no, that's where I'll
See you out there.
Okay, my man Keen.
Stay with us. More after the break.
The present has no rhythm.